Rhea Ripley has officially secured her place inside the Women's Elimination Chamber match, adding another massive milestone to what has already been a dominant run in WWE. However, while Ripley prepares for one of the most dangerous structures in professional wrestling, another major chapter in WWE history appears to be closing. When WWE arrives in Chicago for its next premium live event, AJ Styles is expected to have officially stepped away from the company, marking the end of an era that has impacted both the men's and women's locker rooms in ways fans may not have fully realized. WWE has announced that next week's episode of Raw will serve as a tribute night for Styles, celebrating his legendary career and contributions to the company. Ahead of that emotional broadcast, WWE released a vlog capturing moments from his final match and the backstage atmosphere that followed. The footage offered a rare and heartfelt glimpse into the genuine relationships built behind the scenes. Among the most touching moments was Styles sharing time backstage with Rhea Ripley. After his hard-fought match, Styles was seen embracing several WWE superstars. When he encountered Ripley backstage, the interaction was filled with emotion and authenticity. The two exchanged words of appreciation and openly told each other that they loved one another. Ripley, never one to hide her intensity, admitted that Styles had made her cry. It was a raw and powerful moment that showed a different side of both performers, away from the bright lights and storylines that fans see weekly on television. The conversation between them also touched on the match itself. Ripley mentioned how excited she knew Styles would be following a major powerbomb reversal during the bout. Styles responded with satisfaction, expressing how pleased he was that everything went smoothly, cleanly, and safely. In an industry where physical risks are part of the job description, having a final match that unfolds without injury is something every performer hopes for. Styles appeared genuinely content with how his final in-ring performance played out. His match against Gunther was intense and physical, a fitting challenge for someone closing out such an accomplished career. Despite the hard-hitting nature of the contest, Styles reportedly told Natalya and the Bella twins backstage that he had been pushing for the match to reach its conclusion. That detail highlights just how demanding the bout was and how determined Styles remained to deliver at a high level until the very end. Even in what may have been his final outing, he maintained the professionalism and drive that defined his WWE tenure. The backstage scenes continued to showcase the emotional weight of the night. Styles shared heartfelt farewells with Natalya and Charlotte Flair, both of whom have long-standing histories in WWE. Charlotte even jokingly questioned who she would now send her matches to for feedback and advice, a comment that underscores the respect Styles commanded within the women's division. While he primarily competed in the men's roster, his influence extended far beyond it. Many female superstars looked to him as a mentor, someone willing to share insight, critique performances, and elevate the overall standard of competition. The bond between Ripley and Styles stood out in particular. Both have spent years traveling the world under the WWE banner, performing on the same shows, participating in media appearances, and enduring the grueling schedule that comes with being a top superstar. Life on the road often forges friendships that outsiders rarely see. Long flights, late-night drives, shared locker rooms, and constant training create connections built on trust and shared sacrifice. Ripley and Styles' embrace after his final match reflected that unique camaraderie. It is often said that WWE is more than just a workplace. For many performers, it becomes a second family. The emotional exchanges captured in the vlog reinforced that idea. Ripley's tears and heartfelt words were not part of a storyline or scripted angle. They were genuine reactions to seeing a close friend and respected colleague close a significant chapter in his life. Styles, known for his humility and leadership, has long been regarded as someone who gives back to the locker room, offering advice and encouragement to rising stars. For Ripley, the timing of these events adds another layer of intensity to her current journey. Having recently qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber, she is preparing to step inside one of WWE's most unforgiving structures. The chamber demands endurance, resilience, and mental toughness. Competitors are locked inside a steel structure with no escape, facing multiple opponents with championship opportunities on the line. Ripley's qualification solidifies her as one of the top contenders in the division, but it also means she must now shift focus from emotional farewells to brutal competition. There is also a compelling twist developing around her tag team partner, Iyo Sky. Sky has the opportunity to qualify for the same Women's Elimination Chamber match on Raw next week. Should she succeed, it would mean that both reigning women's tag team champions would enter the chamber as competitors. That scenario introduces fascinating tension. While Ripley and Sky have worked seamlessly as partners, the Elimination Chamber forces every participant to fight for themselves. Alliances are fragile within the steel confines, and friendships can quickly be tested when championship aspirations collide. If both champions qualify, fans could witness Ripley and Sky standing across from one another in one of WWE's most dangerous environments. Would they cooperate temporarily to eliminate other threats, or would competitive instincts take over? The possibility of teammates clashing inside the chamber adds drama to an already high-stakes match. It also reflects the unpredictable nature of WWE storytelling, where loyalty and ambition often intersect in dramatic fashion. Meanwhile, Styles' impending departure casts a reflective shadow over the roster. His career has been marked by championship victories, classic matches, and a reputation for consistency. But perhaps his greatest legacy lies in the respect he earned from peers across all divisions. The women's roster, in particular, seems to have felt his mentorship deeply. From offering match feedback to supporting younger talent, Styles contributed to an environment of growth and collaboration. The tribute night on Raw is expected to highlight these contributions, celebrating not just his accomplishments, but the personal impact he made. For fans, it will be a chance to relive iconic moments and say goodbye to a performer who helped define an era. For the locker room, it represents the end of daily interactions with someone who set a standard through work ethic and professionalism. Ripley now finds herself at the center of both an emotional farewell and a competitive crossroads. On one hand, she is processing the departure of a close friend and mentor. On the other, she is preparing for a career-defining opportunity inside the Elimination Chamber. Balancing those emotions is part of what makes elite performers stand out. Ripley has built her reputation on toughness and focus, but moments like these reveal the humanity beneath the persona. As WWE heads toward its Chicago Premium Live event and beyond, the landscape of the roster is shifting. New stars are rising, established champions are defending their legacies, and beloved veterans are saying goodbye. Ripley's journey continues upward, fueled by ambition and determination. Whether she ultimately wins the Elimination Chamber or faces unexpected challenges along the way, her path remains one of the most compelling in the company. The footage of her backstage embrace with Styles serves as a reminder that behind every storyline lies a network of real relationships. Success in WWE is not achieved alone. It is shaped by mentors, rivals, partners, and friends who push one another to improve. Styles' departure may close one chapter, but the influence he leaves behind will continue to resonate through performers like Ripley. With tribute celebrations ahead and the Elimination Chamber looming, WWE stands at a crossroads of nostalgia and anticipation. For Ripley, the mission is clear: honor the bonds that shaped her journey while stepping fearlessly into the next challenge. The chamber awaits, and if Sky joins her inside it, the road forward could become even more unpredictable. The emotional weight of farewell combined with the intensity of competition ensures that the coming weeks will be unforgettable for both the superstars involved and the fans watching around the world.